This video is different than most videos out there on YouTube. This is a full guide to increasing your mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is the opposite of mindlessness, which is when mindlessness. And mindlessness is when you're basically just, not even thinking about anything. You're just doom scrolling. You're not present at all. You're just completely mindless. The problem is that when you and I engage in habits that create mindlessness, it becomes a habit and makes it much more difficult for us to concentrate on important things where we need to use mindfulness and all sorts of things like that. So this is how to increase your mindfulness. And you do this through meditation. Now, meditation is not what most people think. Most people think meditating is like, sitting on a mountain or whatever and making weird noises. Like, no. Meditation is basically clearing your mind of thoughts and putting 100% concentration into an external source, like your breath, for example. It's what most people do. It's what I do. So what this looks like is basically you're just sitting down and you're breathing deeply and you're focusing on your breath. So like the feeling of the breath going through your nose, or the feeling of your rise and lower of your chest or belly or whatever. But what's going to happen is your mind, the way you do this is your mind is basically just going to wander. And that's okay, because that's important. Your mind is going to wander. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your attention back to the breath. It's a constant cycle. Like, mind is wandering, back to the breath. Mind is wandering, back to the breath. Constantly doing this. And so by doing this, what you're doing is you're increasing your mind's ability to be mindful of the task you're doing, to realize when you lose focus, to realize when something happens. And this is extremely powerful because I can't think of a single task or habit or productivity, whatever, that wouldn't benefit from you having increased mindfulness through meditation. If you're trying to learn piano, having increased mindfulness is extremely important because it will make you much more mindful of when you make a mistake, and it will allow you to more easily correct that mistake. And if you're fighting, having more mindfulness allows you to fully concentrate on your opponent, what they're doing, sports, school, etc., whatever. There's endless benefits to having increased mindfulness. So basically, the rundown of this video is the two best ways to increase your mindfulness is meditating and removing short form, highly edited videos that cause you to become mindless. If you do both of these things, your focus will be unbelievable, because so many people think they have like these weird ADHD symptoms when they don't even have ADHD. Like for me, I have had ADHD my whole life, right? But only when I started to cut out a lot of like the bad dopamine, like scrolling, listening to music when I'm doing it like for the whole day, like watching YouTube all the time, not meditating, just scrolling. When I cut out the scrolling and started meditating, most of my ADHD symptoms went away like that. It was truly incredible. So I have no idea how people don't do this, because this is extremely, extremely valuable. And I know it's going to feel weird the first few times you do it. It's going to be really boring, and it's supposed to be boring. That's the point. You're training your mind to focus on boring things. That is the power of meditating and increasing your mindfulness. This is a pretty short video, but That's all I got for today. So have dreams, have goals, and stay wild.